Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. And today I am back with Blocktopia. Now it's been some time since I last made a video on this series, but I've been working hard in the background planning how this series is going to go. So let's go ahead and jump straight into the video here, where in the background I'm working on building a house for D. Scott. Now this was one of the winners from the 1,000 subscriber short that I posted, and today I'm going to be building his house along with one other person that won as well. Now D. Scott didn't specify what kind of a house he wanted, so I decided to get creative. And I'm going to be building a house inside of a giant tree. Now you too could win one of these houses as well. The way this series works is I've got 10 by 10 plots of land that you guys can win, and I will build you a house. All you have to do is comment on any of the videos in the series for a chance to win, and I will be randomly picking a person from the comment section to build them a house. Now, I will also be building houses for random subscribers, so feel free to hit that subscribe button for an extra chance at winning a house. Feel free to comment whatever block you would like your house built out of, and you can potentially win your very own house in my world. I'll be picking one lucky winner from each episode, and I'll create a short of me building their house. So you don't miss out on winning your very own house, you should consider hitting that subscribe button and the bell icon so you can be notified whenever I post these brand new videos or shorts. Now let's get back to building this house. In the background here, I've been working on building up the trunk of the tree. Now I decided to go with jungle wood for this build because jungle trees in Minecraft are generally big tall trees, so I thought it'd be a perfect type of wood to use for this build. Now the other thing that's good about having jungle wood is because the jungle trees are so big, it's fairly easy to get a lot of wood, so it made grabbing resources for this build pretty easy. Now I wanted to have an open feel to this house, so that's why I'm cutting out plenty of window holes in the side of the tree here. I'm going to fill them in with glass blocks, so that way you can see outside without falling out the window, because that would not be good. Now the next thing I'm going to work on building is the roof. I had a couple ideas of what I wanted to do with this, but I ultimately settled on just doing a solid top bit with the jungle slabs, and then on top of the jungle slabs I went ahead and built a layer of leaves. Now jungle trees have kind of like a flat top to them already, so that's what made this pretty easy. I just kind of filled in the top with a bunch of leaves, and then I also added a little bit of texturing to it, so it's not just a flat top. I kind of added a bit of variety to it. And then the next thing I wanted to add was some more kind of texture to the sides. So I went ahead and put a bunch of leaves that are kind of like drooping down over kind of some of the windows and the sides of the house. And that way it makes it look a little bit more natural instead of just kind of straight leaves on top of it. And then I also added a couple vines throughout the sides as well. You can't really see them now, but eventually these will grow all the way down to the ground and it'll look really cool. Now the next thing I'm working on is adding some more texture to the trunk of the tree. And then I'm also going to add some small branches coming off of the trunk as well. And this just adds a little bit more texture so that it looks more like a tree and not just a big pillar coming out of the ground. Now for the entranceway here, I wanted to kind of go with like a archway to get into the house. So I built a nice little arch out of some stairs, and then I put some trapdoors around it as well. And then for the floor, I want to add a moss to the ground here. So I went ahead and put some moss blocks down for the floor of the tree. Now we do need a way to get all the way to the top of the tree. So I'm going to build a staircase that kind of spirals around the inside of the trunk. And this will lead all the way to the top where the house is at. Now, if you want to see the interior design of the house, I will have a short posted that will show you all of the furniture and stuff that I put inside. Today, I'm just building the exterior of the house. Now, the final part of this build is going to be adding the little details to the outside of the house, giving it a little bit of extra texture. And that's going to be building some roots that are around the trunk of the tree. And then I'm also going to build a nice little stone path out front that leads to the door. Now it's time for my favorite part, which is destroying the barrier blocks around the house, which means the build is complete. And I think it looks really cool. So let's move on to the next build. So here I am at the next plot where I'm going to start my next build here. And the winner of this one is I Love My Cat 197. And they suggested that they wanted their house made out of pink, orange, and yellow blocks. So I came up with an idea that uses all three of these colors. So because we have the brand new cherry wood, I thought that would be the perfect block to use as kind of like the base building block for this house. Now for the outer walls, I decided to go with a combination of the cherry planks and then also the stripped cherry logs. Now the cool thing about the cherry logs is once you strip them, they change from kind of like a purplish color to a pink color. Now for the inside of the house, I decided to go for a carpeted floor. And this is where the orange block comes in. I went with orange wool and put that on the floor for the carpet. Now for the yellow block in this build, I decided to go with yellow glass for the windows. And then I also used bamboo, because bamboo is the only yellow block in Minecraft that we've got currently that's got a full set of blocks. So we've got doors, stairs, slabs, and blocks all made out of bamboo. Now for the roof, I went ahead and used the cherry wood once again. So I made some cherry wood stairs and used that to build a roof on top of the house. Now it's time for, once again, my favorite part of any of these builds, which is breaking the barrier blocks around the house, which means the build is now complete. But wait, there's one last thing I gotta add to complete the house, and that is the cat. I thought this would be a cool little thing to add in, so I got a cat that's gonna sit here on the front porch. Now we can say the house is done. I think this turned out really well. Now, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I had a really fun time designing these houses. And if you'd like to get your very own house, all you have to do is leave a comment on any of the videos in the series. I'll be randomly picking people from the comment section to build them a house. I'll also be picking random people that have subscribed to the channel. So feel free to hit the subscribe button for a chance to win your very own house. Now, I've got some really fun plans for this series, so you definitely want to stick around to see what comes next. No, don't look over there. Don't look at that. That's next episode. That's going to be coming soon. But that's going to be pretty much it for today. So thank you all for watching. I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.